Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. This is the spring update, the beta edition still. And yes, our money is really rolling, and I've played a little bit, just a few minutes after the previous episode, just to see that everything is in fact moving. And our money is now starting to grow. I mean, if we have a look at this, look at this expansion of our finances. Our value is obviously growing, but look at that. That was a bit of a nasty dip. It took us quite a bit of effort to get this up and running, and that's tracks just on the finances side of things. Let's have a look at the chart. Look at that. That's looking pretty awesome. A big spend, big investment there, and now you can see our annual or our whatever this time frame is expenditure is stepped up because of that investment. It's staying down here now, but hopefully that means a further very good growth of our income. Now, what I want to do first is just have a quick look at our vehicles, right? And I would like to look at vehicles based on conditions. So whatever is very bad, I would just like to make sure that we quickly go ahead and replace those. So let's have a quick look through the very bad category. There's plenty of them, to be honest. So let's have a look at that. New Haven machines. Let's manage our vehicles over there. It's only 8 of them. I should probably up that number a little bit. So let's go ahead and replace these vehicles. They are, what are they? They're the Studebaker truck with side stakes, and it's these ones. We'll just do that again. So let's go ahead and replace all of them. So they're now very good. I will also maybe up our numbers a little bit over there, just so we get our rate up again. That should be good. Actually, to be honest, before we go and replace the rest of that, I first want to get all of our vehicles at the same speed. So New Haven, Fort Worth, these two, I would like to please not clone, but in fact replace these vehicles. So what do we want to run at over here? So Steam, that I don't think we need this guy. The big boy wouldn't be too bad. We're going to run at 130. What can we run at with electric? Ooh, there's a new electric. The New Haven. That sounds like the one we should be having. But its tractive effort is pretty low. So I believe that means it's mainly going to be passengers. Yeah. This guy's tractive effort is pretty high. So do we look to reach high speeds and remain service for many years? Do we actually run this guy instead? Interesting, very complex, developed. What do we have on the diesel side of things? 188, that's too much, that's too slow. Do we just run this class EP2 here? Or do we try and run maybe something like this? That's just got a good tractive effort as well. Was a real monster, used latest steam locomotive technology, was primarily used for towing freight trains. Certainly, from that tractive effort, it looks to be the right kind of number. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the best mix and match of things are, but I think, to be honest, this guy looks really impressive to me. So let's grab that. This is a blue train, so we'll grab that. We'll get this guy up and running. We will do some passenger wagons in here, though. This guy can run. We need something that runs. Ooh. Do we go and get the streamlined coach New Mexico over here? They are pretty pricey. 19 though, all American golden sand. Anybody with any decent, more emissions? Yeah, I think we'll probably run something like this, right? Yeah, the 2 millions are too expensive. Let's just run this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them, 5 of them, 90 passengers. Let's do that. Whoa. Oh, there's 2 of them that's being replaced. So that's a good number there. Okay, with those replaced, yeah, we will also have to do a bit of work over here. Let's get this guy in here, and once it's dropped his passengers off, I'm just going to stop it right there till we get the other one to the other side. But I also want to quickly manage this vehicle, do a bit of a replacement for this one. I'm going to go with this guy yet again, but I would like to give it that nice orangey color that we've been working on. Let's go slightly darker. Let's grab that. Yeah, no. Let's go slightly lighter instead. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Now, the cargo that we're using here, we're doing the stakes on it. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stakes like that. That should be a pretty good number. And then in terms of oil, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 oil. So that should be a pretty reasonable number. So let's go ahead and replace that guy. Now, hopefully that means that these should be running at pretty decent speeds now. Similarly, I will replace those in just a jiffy. It's not as problematic, though, at this stage. I would like to move this one on again. Luckily, we can use all the platforms we want. So standing and stopping here, probably the most appropriate thing for it to do. Nice, getting nice and busy here. Where is that blue train of ours? This guy is chasing crazily away from that one. So once this one gets pretty close here, I will unleash it. Presumably this guy's making money in all directions. Yes, very good. And it should fill up nicely going back. Now I will start that guy again. You will do your thing. You will load up on passengers and you will move on back and it'll be a fair bit quicker. You're getting ahead of it. So that's okay. You should run a pretty decent speed here. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, up to 80 already. Let's spin it while we also look at what this guy is achieving. Is it going to catch it? It seems like it's catching it. Yeah, so that guy is a little slow. So we may have to do something slightly different because these aren't quite... Well, actually, it's running a pretty decent speed now. It shouldn't be too problematic for us. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to catch it again, I think. They're both running at 120 now. There we go. That guy's arrived. Waiting for free path, which is not necessarily this guy's fault. It's just getting into the station, so trying to find its slot. This guy's arriving. Picking up some passengers. Excellent. They're both on the edges of the line, which is pretty good. That guy should be able to run ahead of this one. But this thing, I just want to stop it a little bit. And then we'll get it going again. I just didn't want it to get too... Because slowly it's going to, start creeping into that space again. Money is rolling back in, so now we can go and have a look at replacing the trains on the other line, I think. This train. Okay, if we have a look at this guy is running at 120. That guy's running at 87. That's a big issue for us. So this line, actually, we want to rename that New Haven. I can't even remember that. And then Worcester. Can't say it. So we'll do that. We'll rename it over there. Okay. And then what I would like to do is replace these guys. And it's going to be pricey. Replace these selected vehicles. Now, we would like this to run pretty quickly. Do we run something like this? No, I don't think so. Actually, what is that? No, if we run that, it's way too quick. So we need to understand that the rest is going to run at 120. So we need something that'll run at around 120. Nothing there. Is there something here that's going to run at 120? That one potentially. Do we do the big boys? No, it was predominant. It's too powerful. So we really are going to have to run this guy at 120 as well. That's going to be about the best thing we can do. So let's go and grab our greenish kind of color here. We'll replace that one in there, and we'll do some passenger wagons. Probably these ones again is going to be the appropriate one for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something like that is about the appropriate capacity. 100, we can do that. So we'll do a slightly longer one, a 7-wagon one at 126 capacity, which is going to help us out a little bit more. And we'll replace for 46 million. So down to 50 million. There we go. So now I believe we should be running pretty reasonable speeds on these lines. Just noting that if we want to run any quicker than we're running at the moment, we will need to upgrade our lines also. But I think we've got the reasonable numbers now. If I have a quick look at this guy, it never gets more than like 50 odd in here. So I'm going to manage that vehicle, and I'm just going to go ahead and modify it by reducing some of this unnecessary capacity. 90, I think, is going to be about right. So we're going to modify that, claw a bit of money back here. And hopefully that's still going to be more than sufficient. It's still not full, right? Yeah, so we're running lots of these electric trains through here now. Just double checking. This is the blue line. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, we've got the two different lines here. Okay, now, can you please start getting more passengers on it, is the plan. I think our money should be pretty effective. Yeah, that guy's leaving. What's on here? Is this fully loaded? 108 of those guys. Excellent. Now let's go and have a look at what our machines manufacturing is looking like over here. Now we're down on this stuff. So what we do need, we are transporting all of it. So we need to effectively bring in more of both these mined products. So the mined products is actually running through this way. Interestingly enough, we could run some of this through here and not run these empty, but I don't think it's a big deal. This guy, let's start with this guy. Quickly manage our vehicles on this. Oh yes, I wanted to still upgrade these. So let's go ahead and replace these vehicles with these dump trucks over here, the Studebakers. Let's do that as a starting point. At the same time, I might go and increase our load a little bit over here. So we'll up that number a little bit. Now I can also then have a look at this line and quickly see what our rate is. Our rate is now 235. Let's double check at what we're taking in here. So we need, yeah, okay. There's a lot stored. Okay, so maybe that was the biggest issue here. So what is the other one running at? It's running at 145. So we do need to up this one a little bit as well. So let's manage these. They're all very bad. Let's do a quick replacement of them all. It's just going to be, again, the Studebaker dump trucks over there. And I probably need to up that a little bit. So let's clone that and get up to 12 vehicles on that line. And then we'll double check what that line is running now. It's 193. Probably add a few more vehicles to it. Yeah, something like that. Cloned it now. And now I believe, not the coal line. I want to check this one. This one is now 225. That should be pretty good. That should give us a reasonable improvement in this one. What is the rate that we're running for these guys? NH Steel's rate is only 62. Let's manage those vehicles. Let's quickly do the replacement for them. It's going to be these guys, right? You need to be moving steel, right? That's all you're moving, right? NH Steel. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and replace that. And what we'll also do is we'll clone that and double that number. And hopefully that makes a lot of sense to improve our our machine production. So I want to see this number come up beyond 60. I want to see that number come up quite a bit as well. So we'll have to keep a little bit of an eye out for it. So we'll give it a moment to see that runs a little bit better. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff ready to go. And I'm kind of tempted to add another train to this line, because this line, my goodness, what is this line actually doing? Finances on this line is absolutely enormous. Adding another train to it could be really beneficial. But I think they're running much better now at this point in time. And I am thinking we should do some stuff here. This guy is expanding its operation, I think. A little bit. And over here, is this still dropping? No, this is back up to a decent number, and we are feeding it pretty nicely, but we're not. Yeah, we need an extra train on that line, I think. Without an extra train on this line, we're going to keep running into trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add manage vehicles. I'm going to add one of these guys to the mix there. Do I clone one of these trains? They're pretty pricey though. So let's clone one of them. I think a third one on the line is going to be potentially good for us. We'll move a lot more stuff through. Nice. Okay, stuff is starting to move. Okay, now, the next thing I thought we could do is we could get some tools going. And the tools can go onto that line as well and go back into the places that need tools, like Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs, however, does not have proper catchment or drop-off of stuff here just yet. So we probably need to work on that. Colorado Springs is in need of a little bit of growth. It also needs more construction materials. Let's have a quick look at this. This guy is barely holding on. This guy is, let's see, what is our rate on this guy? 101. And our rate on this one is, oh, it's all one vehicle, right? Okay, let's manage the vehicles on this one. They're pretty old. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and replace them with the, so what are we moving? Okay. We'll replace them with the Studebakers. I don't think it's going to be this. I don't think it's going to be that. It is going to be these guys. So we'll just replace them over here, the Studebakers. And that should sort itself out. So let's do that. Let's replace that. Hopefully that'll run a slightly better rate now. Yes, that's a massive improvement in the rate. So hopefully that gets us that up and running a little bit better. This guy's coming in nicely. Yes, lots and lots of money there. Gonna quickly bridge this thing. So let's pause it there. Clean this out. And let's run that back over there a little bit. And now let's get a city style. No, just I think, do we turn it like this to try and, oh yeah, I think that's exactly what we do. We'll do this kind of thing. We'll swap it over for a more modern bridge. So we'll have both a modern and a not so modern bridge. Let's just get that to like a level position. Oh yeah, that's pretty beautiful. Just want to make it fairly straight though. Well, I think that's probably about right. So let's do that. And then what we'll do is we'll slowly give it a little bit more there. And then we'll go ahead and tie it in over there. Nice. There we go. It's a bit of a weird looking bridge through there, but that's okay. So now that's a bridge. That'll help things through there a little quicker, but more effective. And so on. We can redo some of these rails at some point. These guys are running nice and full, meaning they will get a pretty decent number for us there. Okay, I think let's run this stuff. Let's see what we can do to set up the forest to the sawmill, to the tools factory, into town over here. It'll run through there, wouldn't it? Okay. Okay, let's do that. We'll continue to run the game so we make some money at the same time. What we will do is actually, I'm gonna do this. Okay, so that's kind of the plan over here. Okay, let's do them one at a time. Okay. Okay, cargo, please. So the game is paused when this is happening. This is a more long-term cargo piece. I'm not going to put a building there, I think. What we'll do is we'll tie that one in. We'll go out of here. We'll grab ourselves some street access. Probably just this guy. Let's do a bit of this. Give it a little bit of a better little angle through there. We'll give it a little bit better angle through there. Nice. So that's all nice and tied in. We could probably go ahead and expand, improve some of these roads a little bit. There we go. Now, so from there, we'll pop in over here and then we'll run straight through that way. So let's not mess around and let's see. Excellent. That's kind of what I want. There we go. So you tie in over there. That's a pretty decent little spot. Now, similarly, we will be doing some businesses over here. So let's try that. I think that's a pretty decent setup in there. So let's tie that one in there. I'm going to go ahead and configure it. Add a few more of these platforms. I just like them to be a little bigger. We'll get some street access on the other side. And then from there, we need to tie that in, of course. So let's grab ourselves a bit of a street. I'm going to go back to these guys and just tie it in like that. That's pretty good. I like that. And now all the way at the end here, we will do another setup. Another one of these buildings. We'll flip it around so it's kind of on this side instead. And they just kind of turn around within the facility. Again, let's just add a bit more. So it kind of stores a little bit more there. There we go. So something like that should be good. Now let's set up the line that we're after over here. Now it needs to run all the way in there, which may or may not work well for us, but we will keep an eye on it. So here you will be going from there to there to there to there and back. Right, so unfortunately, you will be running empty back, which is not quite what we had in mind all this time, but that's going to be okay. What we will do is we will say you can stop anywhere at any of these things just to make sure that we, I don't know how important this is, but it's okay. Oh, and I didn't change the name, so manage the line. This will be Worcester Tools. So Worcester Tools should at least bring tools into town. That's good. So we'll do that. Armdale. Now we need some vehicles to go on there. So let's buy some vehicles. We're going to need something that carries a little bit of everything. So let's just go with 16 of these. Actually, let's just go with 20 altogether. Whoa, and go on to Worcester Tools, please. And so now hopefully things will start moving around a little bit. Excellent. How many people on here? Nice. Things are looking up. What we will want to do is we will also want tools to be going back. So let's grab this train and do a modification to these vehicles. Just a modification. We're going to edit it. And what we really need... Oh, it's got a... What does it not have? We need a cargo wagon. That is not... oh, it is a boxcar, though. Yeah. Boxcar is going to be fine. Oh, yeah. I like it. So it can immediately run the tools back as well on this very same configuration. Oh, man. That is going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. Look at this stuff. Already it is moving. 400 ready to go. And create 200 from that. And there we go. Nice. So let's see this stuff starting to pick up. I'm hoping the empty run is not going to be too bad. But anyway, our money is looking pretty spectacular. So it's not going to be the end of the world. There are still some vehicles in very poor condition. Let's have a look. The very bad style over here. WC local. Let's pick that one up and say manage vehicles on WC local. Let's go and have a look at what is our replacement at the moment. It's still just these ones. Well, let's do a bit of an upgrade. Let's do a replacement of them just so that we don't have too many vehicles in the very bad category. NH local, please. Let's manage those vehicles and we'll do a bit of a replacement on them also. It's okay. What else do we have? More very bads over here. The FW and CS locals. How is this guy running? Anyway, let's manage those vehicles. We do a bit of a replacement. We're going to replace to these guys. Probably worth us cloning them as well, just so we have a little bit more on that line. And then any other very bads? Yep, the CS local. Ooh, yeah, let's manage the CS local. Time for a replacement over there. Okay, there we go. Do we also need to add an extra one? No, I think that's okay. 4 on that local lines is pretty good, I think. And then there's a bad one over here. Let's do this one. NH local cargo. Let's run a replacement for that. It's just going to be these guys again. Oh, yeah, good. Replaced all of them. Excellent. Any other bad ones? Mediocres now. So we're not going to bother with the mediocres at this stage. The very bad ones have been done. Okay, here we go. Big numbers being loaded here. Oh, excellent. That's a very good number there. Practically full. Look at this. Now we're starting to see tools being moved around, which will be dropped off over here. Okay, so what we need to identify is where do these tools need to go? This guy got tools on there? No, it's not got any tools on there. So let's just have a look. Colorado Springs over here needs to have goods delivered. Oh, actually, most of the tools being delivered in this very area here. The rest should go over there. So I think we can just run. Do we run it? Do we run multiple of these guys? I think, well, what we can do is let's just run one extra Colorado Springs local cargo. Doesn't have one, which we could run. What is this line? Oh, okay, that's good. We'll run from there to there, and we'll see. Maybe something will need to be moved from the one to the other. At least that's the way you're going to have to put stuff on the line here. That's good. That's good. Colorado Springs local cargo connect, right? Gives us a little bit of a fancy name to it there. And again, for this kind of stuff, we're just going to use the standard all goods vehicle. I think about 6 of them is going to be the kind of vehicle that we would like on there. So we'll run that. They're going to run through here. It's unfortunately going to do some issues with our emissions. But hopefully now we're going to start seeing a fair bit of other cool stuff happening over here, including some much needed additional demand. Wow, look at this stuff. We're probably losing stuff on this train, on this line about now. Okay, let's see. Are we meeting all of the demand over here at Fort Worth? Yes, we are. So no need for increasing the throughput to here. The freight the cargo throughput here is pretty good. Now, what I was wondering whether we could do is go up to Palmdale. Palmdale is lots of no kind of normal goods that we can just get there. That guy's going to leave. That's okay. Not the end of the world. Crude. Wow. We could use some of that crude over here. How's this going? as that's expanding. So we are doing much better with our machines now, but we could do even better with our machines. What's going on with our food? Are we not moving all the food we should be moving? New oil industry or refinery, sorry. This guy's running what? Just food. And that guy's running passengers. How many? Oh, what is this? This is the Fort Worth line. This is the New Haven. That's the Fort Worth line too. It's really frustrating that we've got two of these Fort Worth guys next to each other. I don't know why they're continuously ending up this way. I'll park it in there for a second while we try and fix that a little bit. Is it because of this thing? I can't think it. We are now on the right kind of on the right kind of speeds, right? So it really shouldn't be that problematic. Okay, now let's see it load up. Excellent. Now it's practically got a half a load there. Going to move out at the same time. Hopefully it's not going to be bothered by that guy. What I'll do is I will throw in a few additional signals right here. Just to see. I'll pause it for a second while we double up on signals through here. Because I think that would probably make things a little bit easier if we double up a little bit here on the signals. And I think that should probably do the trick for us. This guy is running quicker than that guy. That's 111. Ooh, don't rotate it. That's at 111 as well. So they're evenly matched now. That's 117. This guy's 100. So no, they shouldn't be catching one another. So it's only potentially this section here that's getting a little painful. Okay, drop that line right there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to go ahead and rebuild this line. Well, potentially just add an extra section through there. Let's add some extra lines in here because I think things are getting a little problematic in this very section. I'll go ahead and do... Oh, it might be easier for us to run it on the other side. Might be easier to do that. Let's do that. Up to there. Let's do this one. Okay, so we're adding some more lines into New Haven because we're running into problems. Now what I'll do is I will do that and do that and do that and do that. Okay, so if we look at this now, can we get a pretty decent... Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We'll run those in there. Okay. This guy. Do a little something like this. And we'll call this a double switch. I think it's the same thing we did on the other side. We will need to do some signaling work here, but let's just quickly tie it in on the other side. Now, this is where we're starting to run into the complexities. There's no trains here at the moment, so we can. Let's quickly see about redoing all of this. So let's, trim back everything here. I don't think we've ever used that one again. What I'll do is, oops, I need to put that back before it starts giving me problems. Yeah, okay. Okay, now let's rebuild this stuff through here. That's at 120 through there. That's at 120 through there. Okay, if we do this, right, can I? Yeah, there we go. We do this. Okay, so we do that, and I'm kind of tempted to then just do this, right? So we'll do that as the first instance. Then we'll run the 4 in here. There we go. Now that looks pretty good. I can run that one in the other direction, though what I need to do here is potentially... So what we don't need is this stuff. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the double switch over there. Let's get rid of this signal. Okay, we still have a signal over there, so let's get rid of that signal. Okay. Now, this guy is just running on the one side there, and we don't necessarily need it to go anywhere else. What we could do is one switch over here so that we can also use that platform in case of emergency. But I think that will be okay. Now, let's quickly tie these together. I think that's going to be all good. Now, all we need to do is figure out where we're going to do the switch over. Now, this guy does that, which is okay. Question is, do we do a very similar thing on this side? But anyway, don't worry about that right now. Now, the switch over can't happen here, but it can certainly happen right over here, basically. So let's see, can we do... Can we do this, is my question. I think we can. So if I do that, which is just slow in this very location, and we do, there we go. And we do that, right? So now you can go from there to there, from there to there. If we allow the double slip, we can't, we can go from here to here if we allow the double slip. Okay, and then similarly, if we do that there and that there, you can go in all different directions. So what we need now is to provide some signaling over here. There, there, and there. And that should work. And now all of this should work quite nicely. What I can also do right here at the very end, I can do another one that just gets you over from there to there. Now, if you're coming in there, you are potentially waiting for someone to come out, so or to come on in. So let's do one more signal right there. This guy doesn't need a signal. Well, it could. It could certainly do with a signal. Sorry, a signal right over here. So it's slightly more obscure, this little piece of track over here. But that, I believe, should improve the capacity through here quite a lot. So let's. All I need to do now, though, is just make sure that we put our signals in here as well. So we want that direction, this direction, and this direction. And then we'll try and do them pretty close to each other over here, just to make sure that we're running them fairly tightly. Yeah. I will actually remove these. and just get them on the other side again. Pick them up here again. There we go. Another set here. And another set here. We'll clear out this one. That one. I'll do another set right over here somewhere. And then another set right over there. And there we go. Now that splits off. Let's do that. Do something like this. That should be okay. Now that should be pretty straightforward. Let's quickly see that all of this works. That should be a very good little section through here. Now I'm hoping this efficiency here is going to be really good. So let's see how this switch works. It's a pretty, it'll be a pretty slow switch. Oh, but it works quick enough, to be honest. Nice. I'm liking it. Look at that. It's actually working really nicely now. Barely slowing down. I mean, apart from the slowing down for actually getting in here, that's starting to look really nice now. It's being dropped off. Lots being picked up. Pretty much full load going out the other way. So it's half loads. We can make those trains longer if we wanted to. Not a lot in there. Moving the foods around, but look at that, 150 million. This hasn't grown at all. Company score is still, it's good, but it hasn't grown. Ooh, what's that? Only 105. Not quite what I'm after. Things are moving now, and we should be seeing fair bit of tools coming in through here. So this stuff is kind of holding on, and Worcester is growing. Are we seeing Colorado Springs getting its tools? Yes, we are certainly seeing it. What is a little bit problematic is our construction materials, which is a little low and slow at the moment. A little low and slow. Anybody else needs construction materials? Not at this stage, actually. I'm still pretty happy with our little switch over here. It works really nicely. So they should now not be holding each other up as much. These two trains are still a little close together to my liking, but that should be all good. It should be all good generally. Lots of trains coming in here now. Bit of a stop there. Eventually slow you down. Doesn't even slow down these guys. Look at that. I like it. Looks a little awkward, some of these, but all good. I mean, look at that. Nice. How much do you have? 56. Yeah, so it's all good. I don't think this guy's making any money, right? It's costing us money, but because it's shunting the stuff in here, we're doing a pretty decent job at it. We need to really move some of this. Why are we not seeing a full supply? Let's quickly have a look at this, and then we need to really end the episode. But I want to get an airport going as well. With an airport in this location, well, we'll have to see. Okay, let's have a quick look at the goods. So who wants tools? And why So tools are being dropped off over here. So why are you not actively partaking in the tools? So all of these guys needs tools. So let's clear that out and see who's been connected. These guys should all have access to tools, right? All right. So who's running the show over here? These guys. How many vehicles do we have on this line? 12. Well, let's add at least 4. So let's add at least 4 and see about moving a few of those a little bit more. But the tools, the fact that we're not actually absorbing the tools over here is the piece that's bothering me the most, because Worcester on the other side is it's also not getting all of its tools, and we do need probably another train on there to run more tools up here. I mean machines, not tools, machines. Now these guys are running back with some stuff. Yeah, we can improve what we're seeing in this location as well. Let's just see this guy. Yeah, a fair bit of stuff being dropped off there. Is it being directly sold in here? It seems to be. It doesn't need to be making moves through here. So it's going directly into Colorado Springs. Yeah. All good. We just need to move more stuff. That's basically it. These trains need to get bigger and move more stuff. But as it stands, this line should be making... Ooh. The line is not making that much money, but maybe it is growing slowly. Okay, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. We're going to keep expanding and improving and trying to move more stuff. There's lots of kind of latent demand for stuff to be moved. We do need more food, more machines in here. Don't know why the fuel demand isn't growing, but at least we're moving the fuel demand over here, I believe. Right, Fort Worth is getting everything it needs. So at least that is happening. And we do need to start looking at goods. We have connected the tools, and we can certainly start connecting some more stuff. I'm interested in Palmdale. I'm interested in Dallas. Not sure I'm going to go up here just yet, but I am quite interested in moving in there. This is some stuff that we can use to start providing goods here at the Dallas kind of area. Yeah, actually, this could be quite useful to start looking into some areas over here. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.